just in my own practice and working with families throughout almost 25 years, a lot of what I do is the intervention piece, and that's super important, helping teach the kids the skills they need to learn. But again, they live within this like whole ecosystem of a family and a community. Yeah. And intervention is a lot of work, right?
Yeah,
you mentioned your mom leaving her job. This is not an uncommon story that I hear. So one parent has to make a tough decision in order to make it work, even just to make the drives back and forth, right? Let alone learn the strategies, figure out how to make it work within everyday life or however the family's going to participate.
Implement it,
help identify goals. There's so many pieces to this, right? That are all super important, that are centered around the individual with autism. Super important. But in order for that to work, right, to keep it going, I would say it's like a marathon, it's not a sprint, right? You got to stay in the race, you got to pace yourself. It's this whole other community, and you guys found that.
We did. Yeah, we really lucked out.
Within the family and then also outside. It's amazing. And maintain the friendships ever since, right?
Yeah.
Incredible. I mean, I have no doubt that that's probably a large part of Martin's success too. Your success, your sisters, everybody in the family, but his success too, right? Everybody's able to be at their best, right? Because they're getting the support they need to.
Yeah.
Right?
I know, I think that was the big thing. It's true. Martin had a support system throughout the whole thing. And no one gave up. And I think that's the big thing, like you mentioned. It's like, it's a marathon, right? Nothing's gonna change overnight. And I think that's a lesson we all learned. Absolutely. Like just in life in general, that things can't change overnight, that it is the ongoing process. So once we kind of understood that, I think that changed all of our minds, because it was difficult in the beginning, right? When my brother was diagnosed early 2000s, you didn't hear about it, right? So it was tough for even like my parents, because now they had to say, oh, our son has autism. And they went through, I think, they were able to accept it and stuff, but they did lose friendships over it because it was a foreign thing, right? No one knew about it, so.
How did that happen that they lost friendships?
When my parents mentioned, or to friend groups, right? Martin has autism. A lot of people didn't understand at the time that autism isn't something that the parents did, if that makes sense. So a lot of the parents or their friends, a few friends, did mention things like, but you can fix it. You can parent better. You can do those types of things. And my parents knew, like, this is just not a good friendship.